Hey everybody, it's a Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and with this Typical Manga review we're going to be giving you a double feature, mostly because we didn't realize that we were a little bit delayed in getting our review of Inside Mari Chapter 49 recorded, and it turned out because of that delay Inside Mari 50 came out somewhere along the way, so we're going to be kind of getting both at once in here. We're going to be doing chapters 49, Everyone's Thinking About Mari, and chapter 50, Use of Force. And starting at chapter 49, we pretty much come up to where we left off there. The reveal that Isao was the one responsible for the Mari calls. And in fact, Mari even shows us how it was done.
Basically, oh, this is so weird. Basically, when he was trying to jerk himself off, he created a program that recorded the erotic story. He recorded himself reading an erotic story and then changed it to be a woman's voice.
Yep.
So that's how he was able to get the female voice that you hear from the phone, or she heard from the phone.
Yep.
And the reason why she didn't realize this was because she stopped. In her mind, as it sounds, she had stopped, but that's why she forgot about it. But then it came back to her.
Yep. And she even finds the file and plays it to demonstrate the exact file that was playing over the phone. And she just demands to know why Isao even did this. Isao just wanted her to keep coming over there, because at first he thought it was some kind of trap when Mari approached him. A high school girl came up to his door, said, "You're me," and thought there was some kind of weird prank or something awful lined up for him afterwards. But he realized she really believed that. And he wanted to keep that delusion going because I guess he was there.
Yeah, and when she asks this question, she gives a really sad, she smiles, but it's so sad. It's it's such a messed up type of facial expression to be giving, And she starts laughing. She's like, I thought it was the real Mari-san, and it's just a terrible thing he did to her. She's crying at this point.
Yep.
And he apologizes, but he says you love me, Mari, and you're my savior, and I really will change, and I don't. At this point, why would she believe him? After what he's done to her.
Yep.
Really.
And in the whole process of this part, they kind of ended up coming out. At least gets hinted out at what happened the last time they were together, where Mari kind of gave Isao the hand job.
Yeah, and then Yori hears everything.
Yeah, and she's like, "What are you talking about? What happened?" And they pretty much it ends up kind of they hesitantly explain. Mari's like, "I can explain," but Yori just pretty much just flips at this point, which will be elaborated on in chapter 50. But for starters, she pretty much grabs Isao by the legs, flips him upside down so he crashes head first into that little area where they have the shoes, and gets ready to just hit him right between the legs. Ugh.
This is such a weird position. It looks like she's opening his legs as she's doing it. Yep. I mean, she's literally flipping him off.
Oh yeah, flipping him over to flipping him off. She's doing everything, but she's stopped from actually doing anything serious from Mari just grabbing her and pulling her back. And pretty much they just hold on to Yori while Yori just cries and screams Mari's name. And you know what? A small little detail before we get into chapter 50, I only just noticed. It seems like Yori's skirt's actually longer than Mari's. Have you ever noticed that before?
I don't think I would. I don't pay attention to skirts.
I only noticed because when you look at that page where they're kind of grabbing Yori and holding her down, you can kind of notice it there.
Okay.
Yori's skirt goes down to her knees, but I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere else.
I don't know if there's anything on with that. I mean,
I don't know if there's anything to it either. It's just some random thing. I just spotted it.
Yeah, so. I think that's just an artistic type of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, from there we move on to chapter 50, Use of Force, with the cover being a picture of Mari, almost as if a mirror image at the chin. Top half of Mari is what you described as emotionless. The other one's giving kind of a smile. And we're pretty much under the assumption that the top half is Isao Mari.
Yeah, because that's the one we've been getting so far. The smiling Mari, the one that looks so seductive, devious. We haven't been getting that. The only time we did get that was in the flashback with Yori. So that hints at that's the real Mari. Yeah. And she's not really emotional. I think the top one she's dazed, confused, not wondering who she really is. That's
And as the chapter opens, they're pretty much just sitting there quietly. Mari tries to apologize, but at this point Yori goes apeshit. That's pretty much the only way to describe what comes up next here. Because she's pretty much like, "I've got it! You just have to die." She points to Isao. "Then I bet the you inside of Mari will also die and disappear. That's it. It has to be. I'm so smart. So come on, hurry up and die. Hurry up. I want you to die now. Today. You know what? You know that you got nothing left to live for, right? Die, damn it! Come on, go hang yourself somewhere. A doorknob will work just fine. Hurry up! Die, 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 die! Die! Hurry up and die! Die! Come on, die!
I like how you just said the entire thing.
That is exact direct quote. I'm not paraphrasing or anything. That is exactly what she says. Mari tries to grab her and push her away, but it's like Yori notices the filthy hand that's Mari used before.
How does she know that's the hand?
Well, she knows it's a hand. Maybe she knows if it's and I wouldn't put it past Yori to know whether she's right-handed or left-handed.
Oh yeah, true. It's the hand, the hand.
Of course, it could also be referring to Mari Isao in general.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like Mari pretty much they end up kind of struggling with Mari on top of Yori. It's like Mari tells her, I'm not filthy, I'm not clean either. None of us are. Me, you, or Mari. Then from there, we get like this weird image of a crazed looking Mari closing in on Yori. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's like this all shadowing, covering her entire face, and her eyes are like emotionless.
So covering you can't even see her face.
Yeah. Yes, it's really weird, like, and then it's like the girl from The Ring or from The Grudge, you know? Yeah. It's like it's really creepy, and then, at this point we realize everyone's crazy in this manga right now.
Yeah, and the next page is just Mari just plants a kiss on Yori.
Bad touch, bad touch, bad touch, bad touch.
Yeah, and Isao's just standing there looking shocked, probably standing somewhere between shock and damn, that's hot.
I'm just thinking he's like, how the hell do I get out of here? Because I'd be afraid at this point. I mean, everyone's insane.
Yeah.
At this point, I think Sal's the only, like, the least sane. I mean, the most sane of all of them.
Which is a scary thing to realize.
Yeah, especially how much a piece of shit he is.
Yeah. I mean, he's like pitiful at this point. But anyway, Yori's wondering what that was for, like why she did that, and she pretty much like forces herself out from under Mari and runs out of that building. And it's like Mari's just I did it. And then we come back to Yori, who's standing in the alley or standing on the street there, and she's breathing heavily because she's been running. And then we kind of go to a black background with we're not quite sure what it. You were thinking it might be her tears.
Yeah, I think it's the panels emphasizing her tears with the darkness of the night as the background. Yeah. And it's to show you, I think, that she's really broken. Like she's truly lost it. Because honestly, like. Okay, theory time.
I do have a theory on here, but go ahead, you first.
Yeah, well, just that this their relationship has always been, fated for disaster, because you knew that when she was in that delusion that, oh, maybe Mari's in there somewhere. I mean, put our predictions aside, you knew that it was going to be that lie. It was a lie that was being built on. We felt it was coming, and then when the lie was broken, she lost it.
Yep.
Because.
I mean, like I said, everything's just cracked at this point thanks to Isao and the Mari calls.
Yeah, so all that time when she's been acting nice to Mari, she's like, no, it's actually I've been acting nice to Isao. Wow, yeah. The way I've been treating this person and acting as myself has not been the way I wanted to.
Right, so, not to that person anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's humiliating and it's a tragedy. And of course, now the theory is I'm thinking that in the sense that I think at this point she's going to stay away from this Mari because now she doesn't see Mari as the pure girl that she knew. This is all about purity. Now she thinks that even though maybe there is Mari in there, but the body has been contaminated, the mind's basically been contaminated. She might just want to stay away from her at this point.
Yeah, like I said, next chapter I think we're going to see either Mari or Yori by themselves for a little while. I don't think one or the other will be missing from the chapter, I'm sure, or at least for most of it.
I really don't think they're going to be meeting up. There's too much like trauma going on here, too much tension that's going to no. They might even both of them might even skip school.
Yeah. No, I had a dot on this there, like just from that one last page just now. The part where she's like, I did it, Mari, where she's saying that. Could this whole psychosis be like her trying to deal with the possibility that she's like realizing that she's gay? There's any chance of that possibly? I don't know.
That has been a theory, but to be honest with you, she seemed pretty fine with being that when she was with Yori the first time.
Yeah, like I said, that would be like the hole in the theory more than anything else. But at the same time, it just seems like I don't know, maybe it's like she's kind of flip flopping or something happened. I don't know.
I mean, the problem is we don't know anything about in terms of trauma. Did her dad do something to her? Why is her mom acting the way she is? Why is anyone acting the way they are?
Yeah,
And it's true though. Like maybe she. Well, I know. I don't think she chose Isao because she wanted to be into girls. I think she chose Isao because she hated her life. Remember, it
yeah,
wasn't the fact that Isao was a guy that attracted him to her to him. It was that
right.
he was a disgusting, pitiful, worthless, no pressure, he has no pressure, no social pressures that she had. And I
Right.
think that's the emphasis that we've been getting. So maybe that's a theory, but I don't think it's as strong as of a theory as she just simply hated her life.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you. Like I said, it just random dot that kicked into my mind as we were, because of that line on there. It's like I'm kind of agreeing with you that it's more about her life, just because. I mean, Isao is everything she isn't, or everything her life is not. So it
Yeah.
would make sense for her to kind of be focused more on that,
Yeah.
to kind of be a stalker on that side of it. The grass is always greener, after all.
Yeah. Yeah. With Asao, I mean, right now all I can say is he's a piece of shit. That's all I can
Yeah,
say.
I mean, like I said,
Um,
like before he might have been deserving of sympathy. Now he's not that. Like if anything, he gets pity at best.
yeah, I just think that I really want him to reform and to kind of because as I explained previously, to show that maybe Mari doesn't really know who Sal can what Sal can really be, his potential. But
Hmm.
now it's just like why I don't see why I should support you. I really hope that he does turn around, and I'm not gonna wish for his death like a Yori, but at the same time though it's like I'm not cheering for him as much as actually I'm not even cheering at all. I just want him to be better at this point just because I don't think there's any other way to go. You
Yeah,
know, he
I
can't.
mean,
Can he get worse? Can he really get worse?
there are possible ways to sink lower, but for the most part, I don't think
I mean,
he's almost, if he's not rock bottom yet, he's pretty close to
I
it.
mean, he's selfish and again, as I said, piece of shit. But I don't think he's like that. I don't think he's the type of guy to do anything worse, really.
Hmm.
Because I think this is something that he did out of like temptation and desperation. But he's not gonna go like I don't think he's gonna rape her or something, right? Or I hope
Nah,
not.
I
That'd be
I don't
crossing a line.
honestly. I don't think he'd have the nerve.
Yeah, I think that's the big part. He won't. I don't think he has the nerve to. I don't think he has the nerve to sink lower. I think that's the thing. That's right.
Which ironically might be his one saving grace at this point.
Wow, yeah, right now. But yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing him for a while. I hope we get like a 10 chapter like of his absence,
Yeah.
a period of his absence, and then he comes back and it's like a better man. I really hope so, because at this point it's just like what can you do? Like what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much to go at that point. But yeah, so like I said, with
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
so that's been chapters 49 and 50 of Inside Mari. I said we've
yeah,
definitely got some interesting things to kind of go on here, to waiting until next week, or next week or two, depending on the rate of release at this stage.
yeah.
Meantime, like I said, go ahead and we'll be back with the next chapter as soon as it comes out. Hopefully more immediately than this one was. In the meantime, go ahead and take us away.
Bye.